Did you guys watch you know what I want to do? I want to shift into this. I want to watch, I believe Dan Merle did a video that more or less proves that the losses from Disney over the past couple of years have completely wiped out profits of Endgame, Infinity War, and Avatar 2. That's what he says in the movie. But or in his video. So let's see. Is there a section of this video maybe we can get to where he kind of breaks it all down?
Loss summary for Disney's entire theatrical slate. This is also inclusive of the 20th Century Studios films that they released. The only movie that they released this year that I have turning a profit in the theatrical window is Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, which I had making $28.1 million. It's the only movie I think that Disney could say was even close to a hit this year. Right. I estimated The Boogeyman lost about $30.3 million. That's okay. It'll probably break even. I estimated that A Haunting in Venice lost about $38.4 million. That one will eventually probably break even. Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania. I don't think Disney planned to lose around $80 million on that movie, but that's what I estimated. Elemental was a success story in that it was able to recover from a very bad opening, but I still estimated that it's losing about $89.7 million theatrically. However, it is a huge hit on streaming, so that may help to close that gap. The Creator, oh, this breaks my heart, $91.9 million loss.
Doesn't break my heart, Dan. I thought that movie was horse shit.
Very low chance for them to recoup that investment. Then we have The Little Mermaid. I estimate that it lost about $115 million theatrically. Merchandising might help to make up for that. And then these four movies are just awful. They're just awful stories. Haunted Mansion, an estimated loss of $192.2 million. Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny, an estimated loss of $214.2 million. Wish, currently, an estimated loss of $235.1 million. The Marvels, right now the worst performing film of the year for Disney, estimated loss of $259.4 million. That means as we sit here today, I estimate Disney's total theatrical losses, looking just at global box office receipts, at $1.37 billion. That, I mean, I have to do my research. That has to be the worst performance by a major studio in history. I'm sure you could probably adjust for inflation and things like that, but I can't imagine another studio that has lost in the theatrical window over $1 billion in 1 year. And just to put that number in perspective, these are my estimated theatrical profits for some of the biggest hits that Disney's had in the last couple years. This is take home from theaters. This is not gross revenue. This is net revenue. $400 million from Avatar: The Way of Water. I estimate a $547.5 million net revenue from Spider-Man No Way Home. A $595.7 million net revenue from Avengers Endgame. When you put just those three movies together, that total estimated profit is $1.543 billion. But when you subtract 2023's losses from that number, the difference is just $168 million, which means that the theatrical profits of three of the most successful films of all time have been almost completely wiped out by 1 year's losses at Disney.
I mean, that's absurd, guys. Think about what he just said. The biggest movies of all time, the most profitable movies of all time, wiped out. What a year. What a fucking year, huh? Woo! Goddamn. That's hot. I mean, wow. How do you do it, Disney? Shit. Yeah, that's horrible. I mean, objectively horrible. They are in complete disarray, and Star Wars and Marvel are a huge part of this. You know what I mean? And yes, Indiana Jones is also in there as well. Yeah, they I think they fucked it up. They fucked it up. You know what I mean? It's wild. So, like, I think to Star Wars, right? I mean, so, you know, consider this, okay? So consider this and consider, you know, where Disney is at and all of this stuff. Consider that The Mandalorian Season 4 had like a 30% reduction over Season 2 in viewership. Consider that Loki, an incredible show, something like 40% lower than Season 1. Now, I will say small caveat for Loki, and it's a huge W, actually. We didn't get to talk about this a lot, but like Loki, actually, that final episode, I think topped the originals chart, unless I'm wrong. Like it was a big W for them, right? So Loki severely underperforming. I mean, they're just doing bomb after bomb. I mean, Wish is a huge bomb. blow up in their face. And you consider this situation, and Lucasfilm was like, we're going to make a Mandalorian movie. We're going to make season 4 of The Mandalorian a movie. Did they, like, what? Yeah, and it was 4th on the overall charts. I mean, that's an incredible accomplishment. It shows that there is still an audience. There is still the capacity for them to reach those people. And I think Marvel is in a much better spot than Star Wars is. But make no mistake, I mean, Marvel just dropped a $269 million loss on the Marvels. I mean, that's one of the biggest bombs in the history of Hollywood, right? So Marvel's culpable as well. So, yeah, I just don't see it. What a world. What a world, man.